And a man would never come before my child. I don't give a fuck if we got married in front of Jesus Christ himself.
Hey y'all, welcome back to the Just a Girl Show. My name is Janine. If you are new here, if you're new to the channel, of course, hit that subscribe button. Turn your notifications on so you never miss an episode. And if you are a subscriber, welcome back to the channel. So, the topic around the order in the home, God first, husband, wife, children, has always been a debate. And it's something that a lot of women just will never understand the concept, no matter how much you break it down, no matter how much you give it to them in like the most simplest terms. The idea of a man coming before their child is like diabolical. Diabolical. Like, you want me to put my man before my baby, the baby that I gave life to, the baby that it's like, it's so hard for us, specifically as Black women, to rationalize what that even means, right? They take it like God ordained this to be like, feed your man and starve your kids. That's what they hear. You want me to feed my man and starve my kids and they can't eat dinner? That's how they hear it. And I want to share this video. Embrace yourself is very brief, but it is very vulgar language. But I want y'all to really, this is the reality. This is how these women, here you go.
And a man would never come before my child. I don't give a fuck if we got married in front of Jesus Christ himself. You still not gonna come before my motherfucking baby. And then y'all talk about some, y'all marriage ain't gonna last, y'all relationship ain't gonna last if y'all don't put the husband first. Who gives a fuck? I don't give a fuck.
Straight to the point. She don't give an F. She don't care. She don't even care if she do it in front of Jesus Christ himself. They have zero respect for not even the God they choose to serve. None at all. That is just the slap in the face, but that's a whole nother discussion. But they don't care. Because again, as I said, the idea of doing that means I have to starve my child. When I was talking about this many, many times before, the idea of putting your husband or your wife before your children does not mean your children are going to go without. What it means is ensuring mommy and daddy are both good. Daddy is good in order for daddy to go out there and get the money to take care of the family, take care of the kids. It's giving the person who takes care of us the energy. If daddy doesn't feel well, he can't go to work to pay the bills, to then take the kids out, to get the kids their activities, to get the kids their clothes. It's a domino effect. Vice versa. If mommy ain't good, mommy's going to be nothing to those kids. It's a domino effect. If we don't keep God first and keep him at the center of our household, and we pray and we do what we got to do to please God, we will not be blessed, and it will affect mommy and daddy, and then daddy and mommy's actions will, or lack of blessings will affect our children, and it would just be a whole. So like, that is the order and why God ordained it that way, because it's something that needs to happen for the household to thrive, for everyone to thrive. I've given an example before, right? If I'm doing homework with my son, and I tell him, I say, son, mommy can't help you right now. I don't know what's going on. When daddy come home, he'll help you, right? So my son is expecting daddy to come home and help him, okay? Daddy comes in the house from work. I go to greet him and I say, honey, our son needs help with his homework. Daddy says, I need a moment. I had a very bad day. From that point on, my son's homework is not priority at this very moment. It's now, let's figure out what we can do. I can do to make sure daddy is good. Let's talk about it. Does he need to just take a second? Does he need to be by himself? Whatever he needs to do to, get himself together to be able to come back downstairs and come together with my son to help my son understand the work, right? That is how things go. It can go the opposite way when I want to force my son needs you. He need to be first. That's like telling my husband, you better do it now because our son needs you. And my husband then goes in there with my son and he's in a bad mood and he starts yelling and cursing at him. And my son doesn't understand what's going on. He's not getting help. At that point, it's just a ball of aggression and frustration because daddy did not get the time to be poured into and refueled after a long day of work. If you do it the correct way, daddy gets what he need. He's able to be good. Then he can get downstairs and help our son. Our son is good and everybody is happy. That is what it means to put your spouse first and then your children. No good man is going to ever want a woman, the mother of their children, to let their kids suffer for them. And no good woman would do that either. But something about us, again, we pretend like the man wasn't a key piece in that child being even created. Like, they think that they can have these kids on their own. They think that they really give life by themselves. That's how pointless men are to these women. They have no point. There's no value. There's no need for a man in their eyes. To even have that child that you just met 2 hours ago and a man you've been with for 20 years, as if it just doesn't matter. But again, for Black women, it's something like poison, because a lot of us grow up with mothers who ain't never had no man. You've always come first. And if she did have a man, you ran a man out because you were fighting for her to put you first over her man.
I think a reason I don't need to have children, outside of 11,000, every single one that I come across every day, I don't think that I will be able to put my marriage before my kids, because quite frankly, I chose this nigga, but I'm raising my offspring. And I do think that it's very important that I cater to. Yes, my kids should see what a Black couple looks like, how healthy we can be, how fun we can be, all that shit. But my kids' happiness probably would come first, because I don't want my kids to be thinking like, damn, mommy always cared about what daddy said, daddy thought, everything about daddy came before me. When I do think that when you give life in this world, you need to make sure that the life that came after, the future, is what's most important and most nurtured. And I don't want to be in a situation where I have to change my mind for the comfort of a husband.
And about them kids, I ain't never choosing no man over my kids. I don't care what y'all think. I ain't ever choosing a man over my kids. And that's on single mama I know.
Right. And I'm talking about like a serious relationship, somebody who may even wanted to marry her, but they saw that it wasn't gonna work. I can't fight with this mother and her daughter over, where I am. This is why men struggle with coming into homes where there are children. So when you just around single mothers and women who don't care about what the men think, or, we have these couples where a lot of people are like, well, my daddy didn't say nothing. My mom ran a household. I mean, then you see how those marriages end, or how, what the mood of the home is like when that's the dynamic. So I want us to realize, like, it's not to harm us as the women or the children. It is actually for us to all be good. That's it. That's all. So I just wanted to share that. Again, talk about this once again. But no, this is just my thoughts, opinion. As always, share your thoughts in the comments. Drop it down below. Like the video if you enjoyed it, of course. Subscribe to the channel. I'll see you guys in the next episode soon. Bye.